Imagine stepping into the past, where history's most influential figures come to life with modern precision. In this video, we'll bring you AI-enhanced recreations of iconic leaders like Henry IV of France, John III Sobieski, and Lucrezia Borgia. You'll get a glimpse of their historical portraits, dive into the fascinating stories that shape their legacies, and then see how they might look if they lived in today's world. If you're passionate about history, art, or just want to experience the past through a fresh lens, this journey through time is one you won't want to miss. Giuseppe Garibaldi. The classic portrait of Giuseppe Garibaldi captures a bold, weathered figure, his thick beard and intense eyes reflecting the spirit of a revolutionary. Dressed in his iconic red shirt and a simple cap with intricate designs, Garibaldi stands as a symbol of Italian unification. Born in 1807, he became one of the most celebrated military leaders and national heroes of the 19th century, known for his relentless campaigns to unify Italy. His daring exploits, from leading the famed Thousand in the conquest of Sicily to his defense of the Roman Republic, cemented his reputation as a fearless patriot. Garibaldi's life embodied the ideal of selfless dedication to a cause, inspiring movements for independence and democracy around the world. In the AI modern portrayal, Garibaldi appears as a rugged, charismatic figure, his attire updated to a more contemporary, battle-worn jacket yet retaining the distinctive red that marked his revolutionary spirit. His gaze remains unyielding, reflecting the fire of a leader who reshaped history. John III Sobieski. The grand portrait of John III. Sobieski captures a powerful, dignified figure with a thick mustache and sharp, calculating eyes radiating the confidence of a battlefield commander. Clad in the elaborate armor of a 17th-century Polish king, Sobieski holds a richly decorated saber, a symbol of his battlefield prowess and unyielding spirit. Born in 1629, he became one of Poland's greatest warrior kings, renowned for his decisive victory at the Battle of Vienna in 1683. Leading a coalition army, he broke the Ottoman siege, earning him the title Savior of Christendom and solidifying his place in European history. His leadership secured the stability of Central Europe for decades, transforming him into a symbol of national pride. In the AI modern interpretation, Sobieski stands in a tailored military coat, his eyes fierce yet wise, reflecting the sharp mind of a strategist. The background hints at the smoky chaos of battle, capturing the intensity of a warrior king defending his realm. Lucrezia Borgia. The Renaissance portrait of Lucrezia Borgia presents a striking, enigmatic figure with pale, flawless skin, delicate features, and flowing golden hair. Dressed in rich, embroidered gowns, she embodies the opulence and intrigue of the Italian courts. Lucrezia was the daughter of Pope Alexander VI, and her life became a symbol of power, scandal, and political maneuvering in Renaissance Italy. Despite being cast as a femme fatale by her enemies, modern historians view her as a complex figure, navigating the brutal politics of her era with intelligence and grace. In the AI modern interpretation, Lucrezia appears as a confident, poised woman, with sharp eyes and a knowing smile, her attire updated to a sleek, tailored dress that hints at both power and refinement. The background reflects the grandeur of Renaissance Italy, capturing the allure and complexity of one of history's most misunderstood figures. John III of Sweden. The regal portrait of John III of Sweden presents a noble figure, his expression a blend of wisdom and solemnity. Clad in intricate 16th-century royal attire, including a rich fur collar and embellished armor, he exudes both the dignity of a monarch and the weariness of a ruler who navigated through turbulent times. John III was the King of Sweden from 1568 until his death in 1592, a period marked by political strife and religious conflict. As a king, he sought to strengthen Sweden's position in Europe, maneuvering between Catholic and Protestant factions in the complex religious landscape of the time. His reign also saw attempts to solidify Swedish power through alliances and territorial expansion. In the AI modern interpretation, John III appears in a stately, tailored royal coat, his expression composed yet reflective of the difficult choices he faced. The backdrop, with faint hints of a sprawling castle and distant battles, evokes the sense of a monarch who ruled with a keen awareness of the struggles within his kingdom and beyond. Nader Shah Afshar. The dramatic portrait of Nader Shah Afshar captures a commanding and intense figure, his sharp gaze and angular features reflecting the ruthless and strategic mind of a conqueror. Clad in Persian royal attire, complete with a richly decorated turban and regal armor, Nader Shah exudes both the grandeur and the fear he inspired throughout his empire. Rising from humble origins, he became one of the most formidable military leaders in history, conquering vast territories and establishing the Afsharid dynasty in the 18th century. His most infamous achievement was the invasion of India, where he defeated the Mughal Empire and looted Delhi, bringing back immense wealth, including the famous Peacock Throne. Despite his early successes, Nader Shah's reign was marked by extreme cruelty, which led to his downfall. In the AI modern rendition, Nader Shah appears as a focused, powerful figure, his expression hardened with the weight of his empire. His attire is updated with a more refined, tactical appearance, retaining the richness of his Persian heritage, while the background hints at the chaos and power struggles of his reign. Juana I of Castile. The regal portrait of Juana I of Castile captures a complex figure, her somber gaze and delicate features reflecting both her royal heritage and the inner turmoil she endured. Dressed in rich, elaborate gowns typical of the Spanish court in the early 16th century, Juana symbolizes a queen marked by personal tragedy and political strife. Known as Juana la Loca, Joan the Mad, her reign was overshadowed by struggles with mental health and tumultuous relationships with her family and husband, Philip the Handsome. Despite being a legitimate heir, her authority was undermined by her father, Ferdinand II, and later her son, Charles V, who ruled in her place. In the AI modern interpretation, Juana appears as a poised yet melancholic figure, her eyes reflecting the weight of her challenges. Her attire is updated to a more contemporary interpretation of royal dress, with a background symbolizing her royal confinement. Michael of Russia. The noble portrait of Michael of Russia presents a composed figure, his youthful yet determined face framed by the traditional attire of a 17th century Russian czar. Dressed in a richly embroidered robe adorned with stones and intricate designs, his clothing reflects the grandeur of the early Romanov dynasty. Michael, who ascended to the Russian throne in 1613 at the age of 16, became the first czar of the Romanov family, marking the beginning of a new era in Russian history. His reign focused on rebuilding and stabilizing Russia after the turmoil of the Time of Troubles, a period of political crisis and foreign invasion. In the AI modern rendition, Michael is portrayed as a calm and resolute figure, his expression reflecting both the wisdom gained from early responsibilities and the weight of his leadership. His attire is updated to a more contemporary royal dress, while retaining the rich detail and symbolic stones of his time. The background hints at the vast Russian landscape, emphasizing the challenge of uniting such an expansive empire. Henry VIII. The iconic portrait of Henry VIII captures a larger-than-life figure, his imposing presence accentuated by his elaborate attire and commanding expression. Dressed in a richly decorated coat of velvet and fur, adorned with gold embroidery and jewels, his attire reflects both his immense wealth and authority as King of England. Known for his larger-than-life personality and his role in the English Reformation, Henry VIII's reign in the 16th century was marked by significant political and religious upheaval. His decision to break from the Catholic Church and establish the Church of England to annul his marriage to Catherine of Aragon reshaped English history. Henry's reign was also known for his 6 marriages, his dramatic personality, and his growing authoritarianism. In the AI modern rendition, Henry appears as a powerful, regal figure with a stern, determined look, his face exuding both the pride and complexities of his reign. His attire is updated to a more contemporary royal look while retaining the rich textures and symbols of his time. The background reflects the grandeur of his court, symbolizing both splendor and turmoil. Marie Antoinette. The elegant portrait of Marie Antoinette captures a graceful yet tragic figure, her expression serene, but tinged with the sorrow of her fate. Dressed in an extravagant gown adorned with lace, ribbons, and pearls, her attire reflects the opulence of the French court in the late 18th century. Marie Antoinette, born an Austrian archduchess, became the Queen of France as the wife of Louis XVI. Despite her beauty, her extravagant lifestyle and perceived indifference to the struggles of the French people led to growing resentment, playing a role in the revolution that led to her downfall. Her infamous phrase, "Let them eat cake," though misattributed, symbolizes the disconnect between the monarchy and the suffering populace. In the AI modern rendition, Marie Antoinette appears as a regal yet introspective figure, her face soft but with a hint of vulnerability, aware of the uncertain future ahead. Her attire is updated to a more contemporary royal dress, rich with delicate details. The background suggests the grandeur of Versailles, with a darkened tone reflecting the looming revolution. Nikolai Gogol. The portrait of Nikolai Gogol presents a thoughtful and introspective figure, his dark eyes capturing the depth of his literary genius and personal struggles. Dressed in a formal 19th century Russian coat, his attire reflects the modest nature of the writer despite his growing fame. Gogol, known for his sharp wit and profound explorations of the human condition, was a central figure in Russian literature. His works, including Dead Souls and The Overcoat, revealed the absurdities of society, often laced with dark humor and surrealism. Gogol's life was marked by periods of intense self-doubt and spiritual conflict. In the AI modern rendition, Gogol's features are softened by time, yet his intense gaze remains, conveying the emotional depth of a man who was both a product of his era and ahead of it. His attire is updated to a more contemporary, simple yet refined look, while the background reflects a brooding landscape hinting at the existential themes that pervade his works. Henry IV of France. The portrait of Henry IV presents a resolute and commanding figure, his expression confident and determined. He wears a richly embroidered tunic, complemented by a simple white collar made of fur, adding a touch of regal elegance to his attire. The collar, though understated, symbolizes both his royal status and his practicality. Known as Henry the Great, he is remembered for his role in ending the French Wars of Religion through the Edict of Nantes, which granted religious tolerance to Protestants and brought peace to a divided France. His reign also saw economic recovery and important reforms, and his pragmatic leadership earned him the admiration of many. Famous for his wit and practicality, he famously declared, "Paris is worth a mass," prioritizing peace and unity for the sake of his kingdom. In the AI modern portrayal, Henry appears as a strong, authoritative figure, with his face reflecting the depth of a monarch who navigated both military and political challenges. His attire is refined yet simple, with the focus on his fur collar and elegant tunic, while the background hints at the prosperity and stability he helped bring to France. History has left us with portraits, artifacts, and whispers of the past, fragments of the extraordinary lives that shaped our world. Thanks to modern technology, we can now bring these figures to life, giving us a new perspective on their legacy. From Nadir Shah's ruthless conquest to Huanahua's tragic isolation, their stories and their faces remind us that history is alive in every moment. If you enjoyed this journey through time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us again as we explore more untold stories and forgotten legends from the past.